What's up guys, macadii here, and today guys, a brand new team building video. What we're going to be doing is having a look at Alolan Marowak and seeing if there's a way that we can build him into a team. So if you guys are excited, don't forget to leave a like down below, I would really appreciate it. Now I know every single Marowak on Earth is currently Spadef just to be able to beat Tapu Koko, and it's really boring, or it's attacking in Trick Room if you're a little bit cooler. But I want to have a go at a little experiment with this guy and try a slightly more unconventional team, which is going to be a speed boosting speed pass team. So basically how this works is you have your Scolipede that comes out, it protects, sets up subs, and tries to pass those to team members to basically get them to sweep. Now one Pokemon may not be able to sweep, but what it does is then opens up holes for your next Pokemon to sweep, and basically you use those to wear and grind down your team, your opponent's team, to a point where one of them is able to then come in and sweep. It takes a bit of skill because you've got to try and work out what they're going to be going for in terms of moves as you're going for that Baton Pass and knowing what to go into, and also making sure that you preserve the right things to be able to sweep. So you want to be using the stuff that can weaken their team, but not not necessarily sweep, but then make sure that you're not throwing away the sweeper that was going to win you the game. So I'm really excited to give this a go, because while Marowak does have pretty terrible speed, considering Scolipede can protect, set up a sub, that's 2 speed boosts that it can then pass to Marowak. With Marowak's great defensive typing, it has a pretty good chance of being able to take a hit, and also gives the team already a pretty blanket check to the Tapus, and also Pheromosa to an extent. Like, it's not the same as the Spadef one, but still being able to have that check is really nice. With the speed investment as well, passing a +2 speed, this speed investment allows you to outspeed all Tapu Kokos. So base 130, which is pretty nice. There is a bit of a speed gap within the tier between Tapu Koko, which is 130, and then things like Mega Aerodactyl and Pheromosa and stuff, which is like 150, 151, but you can't outspeed 150, 151s anyway, so you kind of have to go for that speed. But to be honest, as I said, you're still handling Pheromosa, so it still doesn't make too much difference that you're not outspeeding that. So that's the answer for why we're going for that specific speed. The rest goes into attack with the Fit Club to double our attack, and then we've got the last 40 in HP. We're still hitting, what's that, let's see, 518 attack, which is really nice, and we've got the Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Shadow Bone, and to be honest, with that coverage, you hit pretty much most of the tier really hard. So we just got Stealth Rock there, which gives us rock options and opens up the rest of the team to having more offensive options, because this is a hyper offensive team designed to put as much pressure on their team as possible. So we can't have a Scolly Pass team without a Scolipede, so we're going to be going with that to start with. So we want the Scolipede here with the Black Sludge, because we want to be getting recovery back up, even if we have to switch into rocks and stuff like that. With the speed boost, we must make sure you got the speed boost. We want probably the Poison Jab, Protect, Sub, and Baton Pass, which is going to be nice. And also it synergizes fairly well with Marowak. Marowak can take all of the sort of fire moves directed at it and things like that, and we can add more members that basically they've got to try and work out what we're going to be going for. So for example, if they think we're passing to Marowak, they may try and be going for EQs, but then if we've got some Levitate users or some flying Pokemon, they're going to be less likely to do it, because then we get the free Baton Pass. So it's just making sure we've got all of those options. So I'm going to go for a Timid nature. We don't want to be going, we don't want Timid actually, we want negative and special defense. Sorry, not special defense, special attack. This is going to also be a lot more prevalent now because of the fact that Talonflame isn't here, so it can't pressure Scolipede as as much as possible. We're going to be getting speeds up, and then we're going to be outspeeding everything from there. So should be really nice. As I said, put a lot of pressure on their team. One Pokemon I think we really need to abuse here is the fact that Hoopa is still down in OU, and Hoopa is an absolute monster. Hoopa-Unbound is not Hoppip. Hoopa-Unbound is very scary, and we're going to go for a Life Orb set with a Magician, with Psyshock, Dark Pulse, yeah. What other ones do we want? We could go for a mix set with Gunk Shot. I'm trying to remember exactly what it runs. Let's have a check. Actually, I've got a set. Let's have a look. Where was that Hoopa set? What did he run? Thunderbolt and Psyshock. Oh, Thunderbolt for Celesteela, and then Gunk Shot for the Fairy. So I think that looks pretty good. So let's go for that. Thunderbolt, and finally Gunk Shot. With, let's see, we probably want 252 in there, 252 with a modest nature. We want to be absolutely wall breaking if we can, and it depends whether we want to have a fully intact invested. We're still negatively invested, we're still hitting pretty hard, and it means we're more likely to be able to live at least one hit when we get passed into. So I think it's probably worth the compromise of 10% less power on our gunk shots, where most of the time we're going to be hitting the fairies, which will, you know, most of the time are quad weak, or at least, you know, going to be taking a huge hit from us. So I think that's probably quite a reasonable thing to do there. And we're still going to be breaking, what's that, 518 speed, which is really, really nice. Outspeeding the entire tier, and quite a lot of Scarfers as well. We can pass that +2. What other options could we go for? Another option that's really great, which pairs really well with Marowak outside of water moves, is the Landorus. Because Landorus is very, very scary because it has the Intimidate, it allows it to be set up, allows it to set up a lot more easily, and we can go for a max attack, max speed, max attack, adamant set with the Swords Dance, with Earthquake, probably knockoff I would say, and we're going to go for the Stone Edge. We're going to be risky, which you guys know what it's like when I play risky, it's not good. And we're going to put the last 4 in Spadef. So that allows us to basically be passed into this guy. We can Intimidate, especially cause some 50-50s between the Marowak and also the Landorus. Because like, are you going to go for an ice move, predicting the Landorus coming in, or then I can pass to Marowak? If I get that prediction right, we basically get Marowak in for free. So it's just things like that I think is going to be really, really fun. So we're going to go for Landorus here with the Earthquake, Stone knockoff, and the Stone Edge with the Swords Dance. So if we can set up that SD, we're going to be a very, very scary thing to have to face, especially if we can get behind the sub as well. We do need some more potential setup options if we want to, and I think one way that we can negate our water weakness is through the use of Manaphy, because Manaphy with Leftovers and also the Hydration allows us to basically switch into water moves pretty well. We have to watch out for Toxpex though with this guy, so we do have to make sure that we make use of Hoopa and also Landorus and also Marowak to get rid of that guy first. So we do want to have the Scald, or we can go for Surf if we want to. That's up to you basically, if whether you want the chance to burn or whether you want the chance, you know, the extra power there. That's kind of up to you. We are going to go for a Modest Nature there with Scald. Let's see, what do we want? We definitely want the Ice Beam. Now, I don't think it gets anything to be able to hit opposing water types, which is a real annoyance to me, I must admit. Because we could go we could just go Energy Ball, because that's still neutral to Toxpex. I don't think there's a way we can hit it super effectively as far as I can see outside of him power, but I don't think that's particularly worth it. I think Energy Ball looks to be our best bet, because that allows us to hit any bulky waters and stuff like that super effectively outside of obviously Toxpex and stuff like that. I would like one Pokemon that can outspeed a lot of the tier and sort of put a lot of pressure on. And we also need a bit of a check to Tapu Lele, because Tapu Lele is always a bit of a pain. We don't have to necessarily have a good switch in, but just some way to be able to pressure it straight off the back. So at the minute, if it's Scarfed, and especially if it's locked into Shadow Ball or something like that, we could be in a spotted bowl, because I don't think there's much. You know, some ones rely too much on speed boost to outspeed it, and then the ones that don't have problems with it. So I think what we're probably best off going for is Mega Metagross, because that still appreciates the speed passing, and it's just insanely powerful. It synergizes pretty well with Marowak. We have got a bit of a ground weakness going on there, but then we've got the Landorus, so that's kind of really nice for us. We're going to go for Meteor Mash, Thunder Punch, because screw you Celesteela, with 252 in there, and we're just gonna go for max speed. I think we want to make sure we can maximize this guy outside and not have to be over reliant on Scolipede passing all these boosts. We could also make the Manaphy timid as well if we wanted to, just to guarantee that. I'm gonna leave it modest for the time being, but if you guys want to change that up, definitely give that a try and let me know. We're gonna go for Zen Headbutt, and what do we want to finish up with? The options are Bullet Punch, which gives us priority, which would be pretty sweet. It helps us a little bit versus Pheromosa, because Pheromosa does give us some troubles. I know Marowak just check it, but it's still not ideal. I think that looks to be our best bet for the time being, but let me know guys if you think any sort of change of moves might be a better option from there. But I think that's what we're going to go through for the team, and I hope you guys do enjoy this one. I'm going to be definitely giving this team a go in a live, so if you guys do enjoy this, don't forget to leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to give this team a go, and I will see you guys later. macadii out.